Welcome to Take the Reins, a competitive board game where you train, customize, and race your very own horse. What begins as a light-hearted, creative activity quickly becomes something deeper, a story about care, pressure, and the ethical dilemmas that shape competitive racing. Take the Reins is a fast-paced racing game focused on player customization. You start by sketching your horse, naming it, and choosing its stats. Each drawing sits inside a 3D printed frame, and players track stats with custom sliders. These tactile components do more than just look nice. They transform a simple sketch into a character that players feel genuinely responsible for. From the beginning, our player experience goals were clear, shaped by our main design hypothesis. If players personally create and physically interact with their horse, they will form a stronger emotional bond, making ethical trade-offs during play feel more conflicted and much more meaningful. Key mechanics were intentionally built to create moments of meaningful play. Horse customization makes players feel responsible for their horse's strengths and weaknesses, as well as help develop a bond. Ability cards often trade performance boosts for health loss, creating genuine dilemmas within the game. Health as a scarce resource encourages players to reflect on risk, harm, and long-term consequences. Random events disrupt leads and keep competitive players fully invested in each other's outcomes. And strength checks encourage table talk, rivalry, and social bonding, the key for people fun. Playtest feedback aligned well with this intent. Many players emphasized the thrill of risky decisions, the excitement of dice-based battles, and the strong social atmosphere created by the forced interactions. The game flows through two alternating phases, training and racing. In the training phase, players roll dice, build stats, and collect abilities, many of which offer tempting boosts in exchange for sacrificing the horse's health. One playtester even said that they didn't want to make a bad horse, confirming that the emotional connection was already influencing decisions. In the racing phase, dice determine movement, strength checks determine if you can push past your opponents, and random events create unpredictability. These moments mimic the pressure and instability of real racing, but the true emotional spark occurs when players use their abilities at the cost of their horse's health. The slight hesitation where you consider your horse's health is the main driving tension our game sets out to create. Playtesting showed strong evidence that the design works. Players bonded with their drawings, and the competitiveness drove the people fun. Some players hesitated before using harmful abilities, others expressed genuine alarm at the idea of ripping up their horse portrait on death. Surveys highlighted excitement, risk-taking, and dopamine rush moments during play, matching our intended fun loop of gambling, tension, and big emotional payoffs. Player comments repeatedly highlighted the emotional connection created through customization, describing it as one of the most enjoyable and immersive aspects of the experience. At the same time, feedback revealed where we needed to sharpen the game's message. Some players weren't completely sure what the core theme was, and others felt the transformative elements were still emerging. These insights guided revisions, clearer ability cards, stronger consequences, and new moments that forced players to balance performance with care. Each iteration made the experience richer. We refined pacing, redesigned events, polished rules, and invented our custom 3D printed stat sliders after players struggled to track numbers manually. These adjustments weren't just quality of life improvements, they ensured players could focus on the emotional and strategic decisions at the heart of the game. Take the Reins stands out because it pairs playful creativity with meaningful reflection. It invites players to proudly create and display a horse that feels uniquely theirs, then challenges them to confront the ethical realities behind competitive racing, not through lectures, but through the emotions they naturally experience while playing. The result is a competitive, chaotic, funny, and surprisingly heartfelt experience. Our hope is that Take the Reins offers not only an entertaining race, but also a moment of empathy and awareness, reminding players that behind every spectacle lies a living being whose well-being depends on the choices we make. Thank you for watching, and we hope that you too will take the reins.